Hello, my friend. I'm glad you're here again, choosing this moment of stillness, this space to breathe and listen inwardly. Before we begin, take a slow breath in, hold it gently, and let it go. Let your shoulders soften. Let your thoughts settle. Let your heart open just a little, even if it feels tender today. Today's question is one of the deepest we've explored together, a question that lives quietly beneath the surface of so many relationships, past and present. Why do we sometimes love people in ways that protect them but abandon ourselves in the process? It's a painful question because it reveals a truth we rarely dare to speak aloud. Sometimes love becomes a place where we disappear, not intentionally, not maliciously, but slowly, quietly, almost gracefully, as if fading ourselves out is an act of devotion. Let's walk into this gently, my friend. This one touches the softest parts of the heart. 1. Because we confuse love with sacrifice. Many of us grew up learning that love means giving. Give time, give patience, give effort, give forgiveness, give comfort, give more, give again, give until the other feels whole. But no one taught us where the line is, the invisible place where giving becomes erasing. A woman once told me, I loved him so much that I made myself small so he could feel big. She didn't do it because he asked her to. She did it because somewhere in her life she learned that love survives only if she carries the weight. We are taught to protect others for love, but rarely taught to protect ourselves for love. And so we pour until we're empty and call it devotion. 2. Because our earliest experiences taught us that love must be earned. Some people grow up in homes where love is conditional. Be good and you'll be accepted. Be perfect and you'll be praised. Be quiet and you won't be punished. Be helpful and you'll be needed. These lessons don't stay in childhood. They build foundations for adulthood. So when we enter relationships, we instinctively try to earn love by pleasing, by protecting, by fixing, by sacrificing, by carrying more than our share. Love becomes a performance, and abandonment of the self becomes the price of admission. One man said, I gave everything in every relationship because I was afraid that if I stopped giving, they would stop loving. He wasn't weak. He was repeating the love script he learned as a child. 3. Because protecting others gives us the illusion of control. When we love someone deeply, their pain becomes our fear. Their disappointment feels like failure. Their sadness feels like danger. So we protect them. We soften truths, we hide our needs, we avoid conflict, we handle everything quietly to keep the peace. But the peace we create is fragile because it exists only if we stay silent. I once knew someone who said, I held my feelings inside so she wouldn't worry, but eventually I realized she didn't know me at all. She only knew the version of me that didn't need anything. Protecting someone by sacrificing your truth isn't protection, it's distance disguised as kindness. 4. Because we fear that being fully ourselves will cost us love. This is the quiet fear that shapes so many relationships. If they see all of me, they will leave. So we show only the gentle parts, the easy parts, the agreeable parts, the strong parts, the version of us that makes their life easier. We hide the anger, the sadness, the confusion, the insecurities, the needs, the boundaries, the opinions. Because somewhere deep inside, we believe, my truth is too heavy, my needs are too much, my honesty will push them away. So we protect them from our depth and call it love. But real love is built on truth, not performance. 5. Because loving someone who struggles makes us feel responsible for their happiness. When we love someone who is hurting, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, we often take responsibility for their well-being. We think, if I can love them enough, they'll heal. If I take on their pain, they won't have to feel it. If I stay strong, they won't collapse. And slowly, without realizing it, we begin carrying their life as if it were our own. A woman once said, "I wasn't his partner, I was his life jacket." She didn't abandon herself out of weakness. She did it out of compassion. But compassion without boundaries becomes self-destruction dressed in kindness. You can love someone deeply and still let them carry their own weight. 6. Because abandoning ourselves feels easier than confronting truth. Sometimes we don't protect someone out of love, but out of fear of the truth that would surface if we stopped protecting them. If we stop abandoning ourselves, we might realize they don't give back the same way. The relationship is unbalanced. Our boundaries are being crossed. Our needs are unmet. Our voice is silent. Our heart is lonely. The love isn't mutual. We are staying because we fear leaving. It's easier to sacrifice ourselves than to face the truth that the relationship itself might not be healthy. Self-abandonment becomes the glue holding things together. But glue can only hold for so long. 7. Because we want to be good in love, even if it hurts us. Love has a strange moral code. We are taught that the good partner is patient, forgiving, understanding, selfless, supportive, calm, giving, consistent. And all of those qualities are beautiful until they become unbalanced. When being good requires you to disappear, that is not love, that is martyrdom. A man once told me, "I thought being a good partner meant never complaining, but all I did was teach her I didn't need anything, and she believed me." He wasn't rewarded for being good. He was forgotten. Being good without being honest is how people lose themselves inside relationships. 8. Because we don't believe our needs matter as much as theirs. This is one of the most painful truths. Somewhere along the way, we convinced ourselves that other people deserve more care than we do. So we comfort them when they're sad, but hide our own loneliness. Forgive their mistakes, but punish ourselves for ours. Accept their weakness, but hide ours. Support their dreams, but bury ours. Listen to their needs, but silence ours. We give them the love we wish someone would give to us, but never allow ourselves to receive it. This is not generosity. This is self-neglect disguised as devotion. Your needs are not secondary. Your heart is not optional. Your truth is not inconvenient. 9. Because healing requires unlearning, and unlearning is painful. To stop abandoning yourself in love, you must unlearn patterns built over years. The belief that your worth depends on what you give. The fear that your truth will push people away. The idea that needing love is weakness. The habit of putting others first at your own expense. The internalized shame around boundaries. The reflex to protect people even when they hurt you. Unlearning these patterns is not a simple shift. It is deep, emotional work, like peeling back layers of conditioning. Many people avoid this work because staying in familiar pain feels easier than stepping into unknown strength. So how do we love without abandoning ourselves? Gently, slowly, bravely, not by loving less, but by loving wiser. Here are small steps. 1. Let your needs exist. Write them down. Say them out loud. Acknowledge them without judgment. 2. Practice small honesty. Share one feeling, even a tiny one, with someone safe. 3. Set one soft boundary. A boundary isn't a wall, it's a door with a handle you control. 4. Notice when you shrink. Notice when you're performing a role instead of being yourself. 5. Allow yourself to receive compliments, help, affection, understanding, love, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. 6. Remember, mutual love includes you. Your heart matters just as much as theirs. Your needs matter just as much as theirs. Your well-being is part of the relationship, not outside it. 7. Choose love where you can stay whole, not where you must disappear. The right people do not require your abandonment. They require your truth. A final story. A woman who had spent years loving others by abandoning herself once said something that stayed with me. I realized I was giving people homes inside my heart while leaving no room for myself. I confused love with emptiness. So she changed, slowly, gently, courageously. She began letting herself be seen, asking for help, saying no, setting boundaries, choosing honesty, choosing rest, choosing herself. And one day she said, "Loving myself didn't make me love others less. It made me love them rightly." Because true love is not measured by how much of yourself you sacrifice, but by how much of yourself you bring alive. You do not have to disappear for love. You do not have to shrink for connection. You do not have to protect others at the expense of your own soul. Real love expands you. Real love includes you. Real love chooses you too. Thank you for being here, for giving yourself this moment to reflect. Stay gentle, stay curious, and stay kind. And if this question spoke to you, continue your journey with us on Yarven's Questions. More stories, more reflections, and more quiet truths are waiting for you. Take care, my friend. Until next time.